Hello, Poke Peeps! Another PvP video. I know I don't normally make them so frequent like this, one right after the other, but I finally did it. I hit Legend status. Yep, it was that Jellicent lead that I have just been having the best time with. The level 46 Medicham from the previous video, the power-up punch is so spammable, and people are always expecting me to be using Psychic, but I'm running Ice Punch. So Ice Punch it charges like just one fast move quicker, and that's enough to throw some players off. But what just shot me up the ranks is I got rid of Shadow Hypno, and I've replaced it with an Alolan Ninetales. I believe I actually caught this Ninetales back in the Safari Zone Philly event. Of course, we could not go to Philly, so the spawns had to come to us. But yeah, it's got 0 attack, 14 defense, 14 HP. Super awesome PvP IVs. I've always wanted to use this. And then when it got Weather Ball, it was like, okay, now Ninetales is usable. Powder Snow charges and hits extremely quickly, making Ninetales able to fire off those Weather Balls and Psyshocks like repeatedly. A lot of people will run Dazzling Gleam instead of the Psyshock. Like, Dazzling Gleam does have stab, but Psyshock doesn't cost as much charge, so I'm able to get to it quicker, and it does a lot of neutral damage to things that normally I might have to worry about, where Dazzling Gleam would not help. So yeah, there's the one change to my team. Let's get into these battles and see how I did it. Alright, getting into this first match, of course, dealing with Jellicent, and they have a Venusaur. I've gone up the Venusaurs before, and switching has always ended up bad for me, so I decide, I'm going to stay in. Because Jellicent can also run Ice Beam, and he doesn't know that I'm not running Ice Beam. Since Ice Beam and Shadow Ball charge at the same time, I'm able to fake him out. Yep, I get that Bubble Beam, the attack debuff. I'm just going to let Jellicent go down here. And I'm going to send out the newly added Ninetales to hopefully revenge kill this Venusaur. Alright, they're firing. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Sludge Bomb, which would, if not take out, it'll definitely hurt Ninetales. I was right. It was a good call for me. I overcharge a bit, just because I know Weather Ball will take out this Venusaur in one hit, so I'd love to have a Weather Ball in the back for whatever's coming next. It is a Galarian Stunfisk. It is Steel Ground, so my Weather Balls are going to be doing neutral damage being Ice type. And because they're so spammy, I'm just going to keep firing them until Ninetales can't take it. But I am able to safe switch. I know this Galarian Stunfisk is going to be trying to take out Ninetales with Rock Slide, so I predicted that. A Sableye. That's a pretty good counter to my Medicham. Yep. Sableye can spam those foul plays for days. Not a great position for me. My option here is to just do as much damage as I can, as quickly as I can, using as many power-up punches as I can. Alright, gonna try and throw an Ice Punch in there just to rack up a little more damage than compared to a power-up punch. If I was able to do just 2 or 3 more counters, that Sableye would have been down, but no luck. Now I'm going to Powder Snow the Sableye down, get as much energy as I can on this Ninetales. Now, it's not looking fantastic here, because we're both very fast charging Pokemon, and he has the advantage with the Rock Slide being super effective on my Ninetales. But I do have a lot of energy, so I'm just going to throw Weather Ball after Weather Ball after Weather Ball. There goes his final shield. Now we're both shieldless. I'm thinking this is game over. Rock Slide is going to hurt quite a bit. I hang on by a thread just long enough to get to my Weather Ball and take the win. Ooh, extremely close game. Good match, dude. Alright, going into the second match. Let's see what my opponent is leading with this time. A Skarmory, good choice for a lead. We're both pretty evenly matched here, but I am going to be able to debuff him with the Bubble Beam, giving me an upper hand. Yep, I always charge up to the Shadow Ball first to see if I can bait a shield. Even though Shadow Ball isn't super effective, Jellicent has Stab being Ghost, so it's going to do a nice chunk of damage. Alright, he's got a Bubble Beam debuff, so I'm not really worried about whatever he's about to use. Yep, Brave Bird does a nice chunk, but it's still got debuff. Sends out a Shadow Shiftry. Do not see those very often. Yeah. Does not like Alolan Ninetales whatsoever. Dark and Grass against my Fairy Ice. He hates me. Yep, so I'm going to keep firing off these Weather Balls. They would easily take out a Shadow Shiftry. You can see, like, even with his neutral Leaf Blades, it's doing quite a nice deal of damage to my Ninetales. I'm going to have to shield here. Yeah, excuse that Jellicent. I got a text in the battle, and Jellicent's just blocking that for everybody. Yeah, and there goes Shiftry from a Weather Ball. Back out comes the Skarmory. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna see how much damage I can rack up with Ninetales. Steel Flying means Ice is doing neutral. Yep, nice little chunk there. Am I able to get to another Weather Ball in time? Ugh, just barely. If I had just 1 second more, I would have been able to. So I might have been wrong to throw a Bubble Beam here and should have went for the Shadow Ball, but I did Bubble Beam anyway. Maybe that was the right call, because Medicham is going to be able to come in and counter down that Skarmory to get a little bit of energy. Nope, they get right out of there, and this is pretty good. Like a Shadow Swampert, my power-up punches and counters are going to be doing neutral damage, so I'm just going to be able to rack up the damage really, really quickly. I have a shield, so he's not going to be able to do anything to me. Like, even if he shields my power-up punches, I'm still getting the attack boost. I'm still able to go right through him. And with that Skarmory, yep, another text. Text blocking Jellicent, thank you everyone. Yeah, here comes another power-up punch. Like, Shadow Swampert is such a glass cannon. If he can hit you, he's going to hit you hard, but he cannot take a hit whatsoever. Yep, but here comes the Skarmory, takes a punch, it's out. Good game. Thank you, text blocking Jellicent. Third match, getting right into it. Leading with an Obstagoon. This is kind of not favorable for me, so I got out of there. Sent out my Ninetales. Medicham would have also been a great answer. I don't know if my opponent misclicked here, but sending out a Whimsicott against a Alolan Ninetales was a very terrible idea. I really think he misclicked here, and that might spell the end for him. Because, like, I'm going to be able to spam Weather Ball really easily, and it's running Charm. So, like, it's doing a lot of damage, but I've already taken all of his shields. I'm willing to bum one shield. So I took both of his shields and a Pokemon. So, yeah, very, very bad misclick on my opponent's end. He brings back out that Obstagoon, and I'm easily going to be able to defeat that now with Medicham. Much more favorable matchup here. So then, I think he was trying to send out this Ninetales before to go up against my Ninetales. He sees there's no point and gives up. That was wise of him. Yeah, that's just how the game works sometimes. Alright, fourth match. It's a legendary rocking that ends outfit. They are leading with Azumarill. And this is a super neutral matchup that I tend to win. I charge up to the Shadow Ball, but I fire the Bubble Beam. I've never seen an Azumarill shield bait from this, because they can survive a Shadow Ball just fine. But I Bubble Beam just in case they decide to for some reason. And the debuff always helps. Yep, there's the Play Rough. The debuff means I'm living a little longer than I normally would. So now is when I start firing Shadow Ball after Shadow Ball. In like 9 out of 10 cases, they just take both Shadow Balls and Jellicent goes up against the next Pokemon in line. Yep, this is going to be another Play Rough. And here comes my Shadow Ball. I give it one extra hex of charge. Down goes the Azumarill. Next up is a Galarian Stunfisk. So many Galarian Stunfisks. I am able to fire one Bubble Beam, just so when Medicham comes out, he can tank that Earthquake a little more than he could otherwise. If I can get to another Bubble Beam, that'd be fantastic, but the opponent sees through me and Rock Slides my Jellicent out of here. Yep, here comes the Medicham, and ooh, oh no, Alolan Marowak. That counters both of my Pokemon, Medicham and Alolan Ninetales. So, you know, I'm just gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna Power Up Punch. I am going to Power Up Punch a bunch. Now, if I was running Psychic, maybe I'd have a better chance. Oh, gonna go right into the Ninetales. I'm gonna rely on that Psyshock now. I really don't have a lot of options here. I'm just crossing my fingers and praying, like, for some reason he wouldn't want to use his shields. He even got the defense debuff on my Ninetales. Like, I really should just give up here, but I'm gonna keep trucking. I am going to try. I am super close to legendary status, and I want as much experience as I possibly can. He lets the Weather Ball go through. Like, I think he also knows, like, this is his game. Like, the only hope here would be if I was somehow, like, running Psychic. Even Psychic, I'm not sure would have taken the Marowak out at that point. I tried to fire off another Power-Up Punch, shield it. I'm like, you know, maybe, just maybe, I can tick him down with some powered-up counters. But no, he overcharged. He had another Shadow Bone back there. And that's it. That is game over. Very good game. You earned that Ends outfit. Alright, last match. If I can get a 4 out of 5 here, this is where I make Legend status for sure. So I'm sitting here just trying to zen out. And they have the Jellicent strategy. They also use Jellicent. However, they're running Bubble. I'm running Hex. Hex is super effective on Ghosts. And of course, I charge to the Shadow Ball. I'm faking out Bubble Beam. Get the shield. Yeah, I don't want a Shadow Ball, so I'm also going to shield. He actually does fire the Shadow Ball, so yeah, that was a very good choice on me. Tropius. Oh, quad weak to ice. Come get some Tropius. There have been a lot of Tropiuses in Great League. Like, I don't know where all you guys are getting these regional Pokemon, but yeah, there is quite a bunch. Tropius is super bulky, even with a quad weakness to ice. Now, if I was smart, I actually should have overcharged there, but, you know, it's the last match to determine if I'm getting Legend status. I'm like, I just need to feint everything in my way. So yeah, Jellicent resists ice, so I'm going to be firing some Psyshocks. I'm very okay with Alolan Ninetales going down here. I could send Jellicent back out to revenge kill, maybe even Hex farm for a while. Yep. I'm going to go right for the Shadow Ball this time. Is he going to shield, or is he going to let Jellicent get knocked out? Jellicent is out of the game, which means he's only got... Ooh, he's got Alolan Ninetales, and he's running Charm. Yeah, my Medicham isn't going to handle that very well. So here's what's going on in my head. Bubble Beam. Just Bubble Beam it so hard. Debuff it so much that Medicham will have an easy time. I get one Shadow Ball nuke in there. Is he going to shield? Oh! Oh, he thought I was going for a second Bubble Beam. Nope. Nope. Shadow Ball nuke. Now that shield doesn't matter. It is going to be game. One counter. Yep, there's the Weather Ball. And it is done. Ooh. Oh, sweating. But that is 4 out of 5 wins. Which means I get to collect my rare candy, get my encounter. Well, you know, it's a snow run for the Ice Leader. How appropriate for me to get legendary status with one of my favorite Ice-type Pokemon. Raz Ultra, just to get it done. Yeah, I've got better snow runs than this. But most importantly, there it is. Rating 3000 made it to Legend. Oh, I've been dreaming of this day. There are my poses. There's my bracelets. my hat, the really ugly green shoes, top with the cool necklace, khakis. Oh, it felt so good. There's the Libre Pikachu. And normally I'd end the PvP video here, but you know, I made it to Legend. So we gotta try for the Libre Pikachu, right? So we're gonna go in for one more match, and I'm going to use a pass. I've done this maybe one other time in my life. I bet it was for Libre Pikachu. Let's see if I can win this one match so we can see if I got the shiny Libre Pikachu. Okay, air. Cool. Once again, I worked so hard to get to rating 3000. It is the last week where a rating actually mattered. So I was like, if I don't get it now, I'm just not getting it. I'm gonna have to wait till next season. But with hard work, perseverance, and just a boatload of Stardust and trying different Pokemon, I finally did it. And you better believe I'm rocking that pose right now. I'm wearing those khakis like a boss. Okay, so one last match, bonus round, just to see if I can get that win and get that Libre Chew. They send out a Shadow Hypno. This is a fantastic matchup for me. Hypno is weak to my Ghost-type Hex. He hung out there for a sec just to see if I was running Bubble or Hex. Saw the Hex, got out of there. So Azumarill. Yeah, so we're just going to switch back to the plan of like Azumarill versus Jellicent lead. I'm going to Bubble Beam it, then Shadow Ball it over and over again. Here comes the first Shadow Ball. Like, as I said, like, they don't shield the first two attacks, always. Now, I believe he is actually going to shield my next Shadow Ball, and the difference between, like, normally how I handle the Azumarills is that this is one that's been switched. So, if I actually knock this out with another Shadow Ball, I have advantage. But either way, I got rid of the shield, and I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, here comes the next Shadow Ball. Got the shield. Would have been a knocked out Azumarill otherwise. I'm actually able to get to the Bubble Beam and debuff it again. Would have been great to knock it out with a Shadow Ball, but I'll take an attack debuff. There goes Jellicent, but that is a twice debuffed Azumarill coming out Ninetales. It resisted the Powder Snow, but with 2 debuffs, I'm not that worried about any moves he's going to throw. Yep, took that like a champ, like it was nothing. I'm just going to sit here and Powder Snow. I'm not even worried about a second move. Yeah, Alolan Ninetales is going to be low on HP now, but it'll also have like just a ton of energy. They have a Scrafty in the back. Ooh, kind of almost a neutral matchup. I have the advantage here. Scrafty being dark fighting, and it actually is weak to fighting type moves itself. So counter power up punch, let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely not into receiving any foul plays. If I can actually get a second power up punch on this Medicham, I might be able to go right through this team. Yep, I'm not interested in taking a single foul play. Let's keep on going. Alright, I'm able to charge up to an Ice Punch. I'm ready for the Hypno. I'm ready for the Azumarill. Brings out the Hypno. I'm going to be firing some Ice Punches. Now, since Medichams usually run Psychic, he's probably not that afraid, because Psychic resists Psychic. But Ice Punch does neutral damage, so this is one of those opportunities that I mentioned with running Ice Punch on Medicham, where it's definitely better than Psychic. Able to make that Hypno very low. But without any shields, my Medicham might not be able to hold on. They still have the 1 shield. So this is a little worrying. They gotta use it on this Ice Punch. And like, I don't even let him knock out my Medicham. Oh no, they just barely got my Medicham, but I'm able to do a really quick switch and immediately fire a Weather Ball. And that's what got me the game. I'm sure they had a Fire Punch, so that was just the faster finger one. And with that, we get our encounter. So, let's see if I got the shiny Libre. I did not. Womp womp. But you know, it's still a Libre Pikachu. The only way to get him is getting to the best of the best rank in PvP, so still a win. thank you for joining me in this video of finally getting to Legend Rank. I'm so happy. Oh, I've been waiting for this day forever. Go check out my other PvP videos. Check out the vid right before this where I was running Shadow Hypno instead of the Ninetales. Shadow Hypno is very versatile, so it's still worth a try. Also, go check out, if you're a fan of Surfetched, me rocking a Surfetched in the Ultra League. And with that, trainers, happy hunting.